Good afternoon. It's Nick Cameron from Glacially Musical, working on Pink Floyd Deep Dive number 3, Becoming God-Sized. Hopefully you're noticing the hints, the Easter eggs I'm leaving with the titles, because I did that on purpose. You may notice I'm wearing a hockey jersey today. I'm wearing my LNAH game-worn jersey, LNAH. This is not the Charlestown Chiefs. This is the Chiefs de Laval. Anyway, I wanted to give a shout out to some people online doing some great podcasts. Alec from Five for Fighting, he did a great LNAH special, which I would totally recommend listening to if you're into hockey fights. And also, of course, Darren from the Fourth Line Voice. He has done some amazing stuff, and thank you for having me on the podcast. That was a couple of months ago, but hey, I appreciate it. Before we get going, let's pop open a beer. I think this is the perfect beer to be enjoying with listening to some classic records and talking about some classic music. This is the Goose Island Keishi Classic American Pale Ale. It is, it's pretty good. It's not spectacular. It's all right. But in the albums we're looking at today are Dark Side of the Moon, of course, Wish You Were Here, and Animals. First is Dark Side. The first two of these are older pressings. As you can see, it's got a little bit of wear on it. It's gatefold cover with all the lyrics. Hypnosis did a great job. Very simple cover. I still have no idea what that cover means. But it's a cool cover. My copy, for some reason, has one of these anti-static things, and then on the label it's got the prism again. It's this, I mean, I was looking at this album today, and I mean, imagine thinking about Pink Floyd, because at the time this album came out, before it came out, they were kind of that strange prog band from England, and then all of a sudden they come out with the most amazing album of all time that's been, what, 20 years, 30 years on the Billboard charts. An album so amazing, it just never stopped, never quit. Just a truly amazing record. Here is the copy of Wish You Were Here I was using. If you look closely here, you can see this is a Warehouse. This was originally purchased at Warehouse Music. I'll be perfectly honest, I have no idea what Warehouse Music is. We never had that here in St. Louis. But as the cost was $9.49, this was probably a mid-80s release, mid-80s pressing. It's got the original sticker that came on the VOP, the original pressings with the black case, the black cover, which I think is pretty cool. On the inside jacket, got that picture, which I'm not going to talk about the pictures too much. If you want to, there's plenty of information you can listen to. Watch the story of Wish You Were Here on YouTube to get all of that and to get a lot of the inside stuff. It's a great documentary. If you like Pink Floyd, if you haven't seen it, totally check it out. I've watched it probably too many times. And then again, they're using that motif, the handshake, on both sides of this. Going back to the cover itself, I love the meaning of the handshake, because at this point in time they're really hating the music industry and really hating what everything is becoming, and they're seeing that in every handshake somebody gets burned. So I wish I could have picked that up for myself, but it's still pretty cool. Now, Animals. This was an album that I had a love-hate relationship with for a long time. Actually, that's kind of a lie. It was more of a hate relationship. I didn't get it. Because to me, when I got into Pink Floyd, it was all about The Wall. The Wall was my Pink Floyd. That was my entry point. And The Wall, it's a singular piece of music, but it's 28 songs. Or was it 23? I don't remember. The track listing shows over 20. But, I mean, I never saw it as anything other than a singular piece. So, but I saw it as a singular piece of many, many pieces. Animals, it's got 5 tracks. 2 of those tracks equal up to about 3 minutes. Dogs, pigs, and sheep are really, really long. It was hard for me to reconcile my Pink Floyd being Pink Floyd The Wall and Dark Side of the Moon to this. And Wish You Were Here, I didn't have that problem for some reason. I guess it's because it had the titular track, which is just an amazing song. That, I mean, how could you not like that song? But Animals didn't have a song like that to draw me into it. And what I didn't know, and I feel awful for not knowing, is that it's an album based off of George Orwell's Animal Farm, which is probably the greatest dystopian novel that has ever been released. I can't. I really hate the fact that I didn't pick up on that, but I didn't, so I can only blame myself. I also find it interesting that this was actually a photo and not precisely a painting. But once I found out that it was based off of Animal Farm, it became a lot easier for me to digest and to really get into. And it's another Waters penned work of brilliance, if you ask me. I never really looked at the inside of this, to be honest with you. Pigs on the Wing, dogs, the lyrics. There's really not a whole lot there, is there? On the inside. Cool cover. Or a cool picture on the label, I guess I should say. On both sides. You know, it's... a lot of times I found that in my life personally, when I find out what a song means, what an album means, I can get into it a lot more, and this is definitely one of those times. I really, really, really started enjoying it once I found out it was based off of Animal Farm. But that is everything we've got for today. Thank you for watching, and have a great day. Thanks.